Hey guys, it's Jetty Lupe here, and today I'm going to be talking about wigs. And what wigs in particular will I be talking about? How about all of them? All of the wigs that I own, that I can find, I'm going to try on for you today. It's going to be a bit of a long video because I have like a lot of wigs, y'all. So buckle up, it's going to be fun, and I hope you guys enjoy. I do want to start off by saying that every single wig that I'm going to show you today is from Amazon. And I'm not kidding. Every wig is from Amazon. I have a link down below that will take you to my Amazon page where you can find like all the wigs that I'm going to show you today. And if something is not listed under there, it's either that it might be out of stock or it might be something that's discontinued. But mostly everything that I show you today should be on there. I've been getting Amazon wigs since the very beginning of me cosplaying. I have had some of these wigs for years, and I really haven't had issues with them. I know that there are a lot of different brands out there for wigs. I've been using Amazon wigs for, I think, all my cosplays except for one, and I have not had a problem with them. I think for the price, they have a good value. I do think that you need to take care of them a little bit better, and they might be a little bit harder to keep looking nice, but I really haven't had much of a problem. And I've even used some of these wigs for like highly styled wigs, and I will point those out once we get to them. So overall, I'm excited to show you them all. I really have a lot. Like, you can't see it, but I have like a giant pile here. And so we're just gonna get started here. As I talk about each wig, I will be pointing out whether it's styled and how I styled it, and I will also be pointing out which cosplays I wore it for, and I'm gonna try to like post a picture here. You can find them all over on my Instagram page and stuff, but I'll try to post them here just so that you can see like the side by side with the costume that I wore them with. So let's just start off with the wig that I'm wearing. I got this one recently and I have been so obsessed with it. It comes in a couple different colors, and honestly, like, I really am thinking about buying it in every color. I really love it. It's hard to see. It's pretty long. I think that you could use this wig like for a Lady Gaga type look. I wore it for Barry from Tokyo Mew Mew, and I really like it. I don't know. I really am obsessed with this wig, and you'll notice I have another blonde wig that I'm also obsessed with. I don't know if it's just like I just like myself as a blonde or what, but I love this wig. It is so soft and it's really nice and thick, and as you can see, it flows really nicely. It's light for being so long and so thick, and it did come with the bangs cut straight across. They were a little bit long, so I did trim them, but that was really all the styling that it needed, and I am really obsessed with this whole wig, so that's why I put it on first. Next up is this long curly red orange wig. I use this one for my Charmix Bloom cosplay. I would also use it if I was just doing a casual cosplay of her. I really like this one. I've had this one for a few years now, and it definitely has gone through a lot. I'm not very good at like, ooh, I'm done with the wig, let me package it up properly and put it away. I'm one of those like, I'm done with it, on the floor, I'll figure it out later. So it's definitely gotten quite beat up. The only styling that I really did was this little thing in the middle that she has, but I'm not great at styling wigs, so we'll just like throw that out there as like a don't at me, don't judge me, whatever. So this little thing is probably not as good as it could be. But another one that is like pretty thick, it's really got a lot of hair to it. I think that the curls on it are really nice. They're just nice bouncy curls. I'll show you how long it is. It's quite long, it's quite thick, it's pretty light again for being such a thick wig, and I just think that these type of curls are just so nice and pretty. So next up is this long wavy purple wig. It actually has ombre on it. I know it's hard to see, but it does have like some light pink on the bottom. This one I wore for Espion, and I think that's the only one that I've worn it for. I did not style this one at all. The only thing I did was when I was wearing Espion is that I had swooped over the like bangs and pinned them on the side. But what's nice about this one is that where the part is, you can kind of move it around to match whatever like silhouette you're looking for. I think this would be a really good wig if you're cosplaying Camilla from Fire Emblem. I think it's got like nice, perfect curls, waves, whatever you want to call it, and I really do like the little touch of the ombre, which is a tiny bit of pink at the bottom, of course, because I love pink, and it worked out really well for my cosplay because I had a couple different ombre elements, so I really liked it. And this is another one of my favorites. I actually have this one in 2 other colors, which you'll see later. I really like this one. It's another one that comes in many colors. I would say this one's not quite as nice as that platinum blonde one that I wore at the beginning. I don't think it's as soft, but it is really cute. It's pretty thick. I've been able to, when I've worn the other colors, I've kind of been able to style it a few different ways, which I'll talk about when I get to those ones. And it's still very, like, has a lot of volume and things like that. So I think this one is another great one, especially for the price, and that it does come in so many colors. And it comes in a bunch of different, like, ombre colors too. And it's another one that I really want to buy in every color. And again, for the price, I just might. And you'll see one of the other ones of this same style that I'll put on later is also ombre, so you get to see another one, and that ombre is a little bit more obvious, so we'll see that one in a little bit. Next up is this short green bob style wig. I thought I would throw a short wig in there. You will notice that many of my wigs are long, but I do have some short ones in there. I wore this one for Mega Gardevoir, and I believe that's the only one that I've worn it for. This is another one where I think that you could really move the part around a lot. The way that I'm currently wearing it is not the way that I probably wore it for Gardevoir, but again, it's one that you can really style how you like. I kind of like it styled like this, and putting this one back on, I'm like wondering, why have I not worn this one again? I think that this one also comes in like a ton of different colors, and this one I specifically remember it was very inexpensive, and I was not thinking that it was really going to be anything nice, and it's really held up at the few times that I've worn Gardevoir. It is a shorter wig, so I think that they are in general easier to manage. I never cut it or did anything, just moved the part around where I wanted it to be. I think you could cut this one, or even if you wanted to curl this one. I mean, this could really be used for anything, or at least use it as a base wig for so many other shorter styles, and especially because it comes in so many colors, and it was so inexpensive, and the quality that it is for the price, I was like, well, this was a great buy. Next up is this white one. This is the one that I wore for Alolan Ninetales, and I also wore this when I cosplayed Bijou from Hamtaro, like that one time for Halloween, like a couple years ago. I've had this wig very long. I think this is one of the ones that I've had the longest. Definitely need to restyle it or something, I think. It was definitely much curlier when I first got it. I'll try to post the photo of Alolan Ninetales the first time I wore it, and you can kind of see like how nicely it was styled, like when it came out of the bag. So is this the only white one I own? I believe it's the only white one, but I might find another white one and be like, oh no, never mind, I have another white one. I love this next wig that I'm wearing. You guys have seen this one quite a lot. I really, really, really love this one. This is one that I'll just throw on if I'm making a video, whatever. I'm doing my IG videos, whatever. I love this wig so much. This is another one that I would love to buy in all the colors that it comes in. This one only comes in like natural colors from what I can remember. It flows down. I think it looks so nice. It looks like, to me, like just natural, like nice waves that you would put in your hair with curlers and comb them out. It's pretty thick. There's still, you know, a lot of hair in the back too. This one I've worn for Serena. I've actually worn 2 different wigs for Serena. This is the second newer one. I love this one. I love how it photographs. It's just such a beautiful, like natural, like honey blonde color, and I love this one. So I thought I'd show a fun one next. This is my Flareon wig. I still have the flower in it. I did like a salsa themed Flareon, so I'll try to post a picture so that you can see what I mean. This one I have seen used by a lot of different cosplayers actually, and I've also seen a few different variants on this one around the internet, but this one was, again, pretty inexpensive, and it was from Amazon. It's quite long. I do have it styled half up, half down for the look, but it's quite long. It does have a lot of hair. I'll try to pull it in the front here. But as you can see, it does have like a very vibrant ombre, like fire look to it. This could work for like any fire related Yujinka or a character that's got a lot of fire associated with it. I guess just fire characters, perfect. And it is really pretty. It has really, really nice curls in it. These are some very tight curls. It's quite long. And the way that I styled it, I was trying to get all of the colors to be mixed. This one was definitely a little bit more challenging to style for that reason, that I didn't want there to be like big chunks of red, big chunks of yellow, big chunks of orange, which the way that the wig is put together, it's like red, and then underneath that is a whole bunch of orange, and then the very bottom is a whole bunch of yellow. So if that's what you're looking for, then this is perfect. It was just a little bit harder to get it to not look so chunky when I was styling it, but I was able to get it to look how I wanted pretty much. So I really do like this one. I think it's really fun. It is definitely not the highest quality one that I have, but for me, this particular mix of colors was just exactly what I was looking for. As I was putting this one on, yeah, let me just start by saying this one has really gone through a lot. I don't even really want to show this one, but I figured I might as well just put it on. This is my Idol Sylveon wig. I've had this one longer than any of the other wigs that I'm showing you. It's gone through quite a lot. As you can see, it was at one point had really nice curls like this in it, but it's gotten very much overused. Figured why not put it on for the video. We move on to another one of my favorites. This is my Ruby Sylveon wig. I love this one. I don't know if it's like I love my short wigs when I put them on. I think it's because I don't have short hair like in real life, and so I forget what it feels like to have short hair. But anyway, so I wore this to KatsuCon like 2019. I think I ordered it in like July of 2019. I found this on Amazon. It was, again, really inexpensive, and I was like, boom, it is perfect for what I need, because I could not for the life of me find a short, straight, pink to white fade wig, because I was, if you have followed me or have seen my Ruby Sylveon, you know that it is a mix of Sylveon and Ruby from Ruby. So anyway, I was trying to copy her hairstyle, and her hair obviously like ombres from black to red. So I was trying really hard to find a pink to white. And when I found this one, I was like, boom, buy it, buy it. And I have seen this one go out of stock more than anything else. And so when you go on my Amazon link, will it be there? I don't know. But if it is and you really like it, I would definitely get it, because who knows when it's going to be back. This one is really, 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 really soft, like very soft. Like, again, for the price, I could not believe the quality, and it's almost so soft that it was really hard to keep those spikes styled. And every time that I do wear it, I am putting a little bit of like gel in it. That's what I was using to keep the spikes styled. But yeah, it's very soft. Here is another blonde wig. I promise this is the last blonde wig. I have many red wigs though. We've only seen some, and there are more to come. This was another one that I've had for a long time. I want to say I got this one around the same time as the Gardevoir one and the Lola Ninetales one, so I've had this one for quite a while. This one I wore for the first time that I wore Serena, and maybe like the second and third time that I wore Serena. But I'll have a picture hopefully to show you the difference between this one and the newer blonde one that I have. And my biggest complaint about this one is the highlights. I feel like when I'm cosplaying Serena, I have a hat on, so it kind of covers this. I really like how the highlights go down in the wig. I think it looks really nice. But yeah, this is like 90s, like really black. highlights, I feel like I'm going to the store and I'm gonna ask for the manager in this wig. Again, when I have like a hat on, or like if I style the bangs a little bit different, I feel like it'll work much better. But it is pretty long. The curls are really nice. Again, having had this wig for several years and having worn this one several times, I am impressed with how the quality has been. I know this one came in a few other like natural looking colors too, like browns or different blondes and things like that. But I do know that the reviews on Amazon also commented on how blocky the highlights were, and that's like probably my only real complaint about this wig. This one is my Eevee wig. This is a newer wig that I got for Katsucon of 2020, and it's cute. It's pigtails. It's super cute. I did cut the bangs straight across. I think that they had like the generally like just long, do whatever you need to type bangs that come on wigs. These clip off, so I'll show you that. So the nice thing about this wig is that you can use it for a lot of different characters, because you can wear it as pigtails, you can just wear it as like one ponytail. They literally just clip right off, which is great, and they clip right back on. And actually, it's not that heavy. I have another ponytail wig that I'll show that's a lot like heavier. I had one ponytail wig and I hated it, and it was one of the higher name brand ones that people typically get their wigs from, and I just did not like it at all. And I haven't had a problem with any of the Amazon ones that I've got, so I don't know, that's why I'm sticking with Amazon. But anyway, so you could take one of these off, you can just put it on the back. If you have a character that has a ponytail, like maybe like Sailor Jupiter or something like that, it's just wearing it as a ponytail. It's really not pulling back on my head too much. And if you take them both off, you can be Coconut Head. Here we are, another fun styled one. This was, I think, the first wig I ever styled. This is my Jolteon wig, and this was one very long, very inexpensive, bright yellow wig. I've bought the same listing for another wig that I'll show in a little bit that was also highly styled. This is definitely not a soft wig, but it actually works out for styling. I have found that, not that I'm like the best styler, we've already gone over that, I'm definitely not the best styler, but I have noticed that the more coarse wigs tend to be easier to style, and like they stay in place a little bit better. Just looking back on how I styled this, like got to be glued like gel and the hairspray. I was trying really hard to get like spikes going, and they didn't really stay, obviously. I also put it in pigtails and cut it and tried to make it look a little bit spikier. I think it's okay. So I had to put in the pigtails, and as you can imagine, there was a big gap in the back. So I made myself, me and not knowing anything about wigs or how to do it, I made myself a little weft. And I just kind of like stuck it back there over the part that is that's like showing my hair through it. So it's just like a clip and some hot glue, and I just glued that sucker right on there and just stick it right back on the part. There's so many different tutorials out there for how to like make your wigs into pigtails. It's probably a lot better than this. But if you find yourself in a situation where you're still having a lot of hair showing in the back, you could just make yourself a quick little weft to kind of just clip back there. This is the counterpart to the Espeon purple ombre wig. This is the black one that they make, I guess. You know, it's long, it's got the cute little waves. It's not super curly, it's more like waves. I do have this one in one other color, which I will show next. I've worn this one for Blake Belladonna, for Luna from Sailor Moon. I've just worn this one quite a lot. I've actually worn this one in real life, especially when I first got it and it was like all nice and soft and everything, and it hadn't been thrown in a bag somewhere for a couple of months. Next up is the blue ombre one that's the same as the black one, that's the same as the purple one. This is the blue that it comes in, and it does come down to a ombre. This one is currently styled for Princess Nidorina, but I've also used this one for Vaporeon. It's of the three of those of these ones, I definitely like this one the best. I think that the ombre is the prettiest on this one. It was decently easy to style. I have to restyle it before I wear it again, but it worked out pretty good for Princess in Arena, and I'm trying to post a picture somewhere here so that you can see it. This is one of 2 gray silver wigs that I own. I use this one for Minchino, which I think was a Patreon exclusive, so I don't think I've ever posted any photos of it. I've also used this one for Shiny Eevee, which was a more recent cosplay, so I definitely have photos of that one. It's like a medium length. It's not super long. It's kind of ombres with a little bit of like a lighter gray on the bottom. It has a couple different grays mixed in. The one issue I have with this wig is that it's never really known whether it was supposed to like curl or not. It's kind of got like these little curls like on the bottom, but beyond that there's I don't know what it's meant to do. It's not one that I've ever put any like effort into styling, so definitely one that I like a little bit more than I thought I would like putting like silver gray on myself. This is the Bloomix / the Tynix wig. This is a really heavy wig. It is so long. Yeah, it's very long, first of all. Second of all, it's actually 3 wigs combined in one, but these wigs were each about $10 each, so $30 for this entire thing. As you can see, I have not put it away very well, and again, not being the best styler, but pretty much the rest of the time it like sits scrunched up in a bag somewhere, and then like 2 days before the convention, I'm like, oh my god, I need to restyle it. So this one can be restyled into Bloomix. I actually styled it for Bloomix first and then turned it into Tynix, and it's 3 wigs. I really needed the wig to have a lot of volume, because if you've seen the Wings Club people, they have like way too long, way too thick hair that doesn't make any sense. She also has like 2 different color reds in her hair, and she also has these pink streaks. So I took 3 wigs and I cut them all up and I sewed them all together to make this very long wig. For $30, I was able to make the very styled, very long, very heavy Tynix Bloomix wig. This is easily the heaviest, most uncomfortable wig that I own. But again, I had mentioned this earlier, the nice thing about getting like Amazon wigs that are a little bit cheaper, especially if you're new to styling like I am, even though I guess I've been styling them for a few years now, but I'm just like, this is so heavy. I'm just not very good at it. I figured buying 3 very cheap wigs and putting them together, if I did screw it up, at least I only spent $30 versus like buying a couple of like more expensive brand wigs and then like screwing it up. So it's a nice way to make sure that I'm not gonna like cry at the end of the day because I spent like $50 or $60 or $70 or $80 or $100 on two or 3 wigs to combine them and then just to mess it up. This one is my Glaceon wig, and although it doesn't look like much, just looks like a nice little braided wig. This was another one of those ones that was just like a long, very long, just straight wig, so I did actually style this one quite a bit. You can't see in the back. I'll have to take it off and show it or something. I know you can get a good look at it on my How I Made My Glaceon video, which I'll try to either like put here or you can find it over on my channel. It has a diamond shaped braid in the back just to like emphasize the whole diamond motif that Glaceon has going on. I did it in a braid because her second outfit that I made for her is based on Elsa from Frozen, so I wanted to have a side braid. It's hard to see, but it is actually ombre very slightly on the end. It's really hard to see, but there is dark blue on the ends to kind of emphasize the teal parts of Glaceon. And I actually did that by using Sharpies and alcohol. And I've actually done judging in this wig and got a lot of bonus points for it having been just like a straight wig and turning it into this. So it really wasn't too hard to do. So definitely something that if you're looking for something to add to your costume to get a little bit more points in craftsmanship, you could take a wig that's not styled at all, just like a long straight wig, and make it into your wig, and then it's a little bit extra work, but it is another way if you're looking for like, is there something else I can make? Is there something else I can do for this costume? So it's just an idea. This one is my Momomiya Ichigo wig from Tokyo Mew Mew, and I have my little ribbons here that just kind of like stick in my hair here. Another ponytail wig, another one that I really like. This one came with very short pigtails. As you can see, it's another one that clips. And the pigtails themselves were a little bit longer when I bought it, but they were not that long. Her pigtails are actually pretty short. The nice thing is that I can wear the wig without the pigtails for her maid outfit if I wanted to. It's nice to have like a 2-in-1, but again, these just clip right in. You can put them as high or as low as you need to, and maybe try to make them somewhat equal. And you can see my lovely bang cutting skills. But again, another one where if you have somebody that just has a ponytail, again, it being something that I can wear for 2 different costumes is definitely a plus. So you can kind of take whatever money you spend on the wig and like cut it in half, and really that's how much you're spending on it per costume, if that makes sense. That's at least how I look at it when I'm buying wigs. Now, isn't this a fun one? This is another one of my Sylveon wigs. I've used this one for Swim Sylveon, and I think like schoolgirl Sylveon and pajamas Sylveon. Anyway, this has become the new norm for my Sylveon wigs. This one was one, I'll show you. I have braided it. I did the little like, I don't know how to describe it, but you like put it in a pigtail and then you like put it and then you put it through. I don't know what it's called, y'all. I'll try to look it up. But anyway, that's how I styled this one. This one was a long, just straight wig, and I wanted to do like a fun little braid idea, and this is what I came up with. I actually bought a second one, and I can't remember why I bought 2 of them, but I know that they were pretty cheap, so I think I wanted to use the second wig to remake this one into Glitter Lucky / Cure Happy from Pretty Cure / Glitter Force, but it's not really the right color, so I just have this extra one, and I guess, I don't know, maybe I'll use it for something fun. It is very vibrant. It is very much like a neon pink, so it is definitely like a fun one, y'all. But in the end, I actually liked how it looks. I was surprised that I liked the neon, but anyway, it's really fun. So this is the second silver white gray wig that I have. This was my Wooloo wig, and at some point in time I had the little like tendril things hanging down that I made out of some extensions. I like this one. I think it's really, really cute. I think that it came in a few different colors, and like bouncy wig. I don't know, I really like this one because it's so bouncy, and I really like the curls. They're really cute. It's definitely a really nice little like curly bob look, and I definitely think I will buy this one again in a different color at some point. It's really soft. The curls are really nice, but it is definitely one of the softer wigs that I have, so definitely something that I think is really cute. This is my Mew Ichigo wig from Tokyo Mew Mew. It's another shorter one that I really enjoy. It's very soft, kind of like the Wooloo one that I just showed you. It's very similar to the Wooloo one, except the curls are a little bit less curly and it is a little bit shorter. I think it's just a really fun style. Another one that if I could dye my hair and cut it and style it every day, this is another one that I would go for sure. And I actually keep the cat ears and the strawberry bell collar in here at all times, so that way I know when I go to put this one on that everything is all in one place. And that's actually true for many of these, and I don't think that I had noted that at all, but I do keep a lot of the accessories for the cosplay that it goes with right in the bag. This one is my Ruby from Love Live wig that I had mentioned earlier. It is different from my Mew Ichigo one, as you can tell. It's a slightly different color red, and the pigtails are different. And this is another one that is a 2-for-1, because when I remove the little clip-on pigtails and style the bangs a little bit different, if I can style them on camera, we will see here. We turn it into a Maki wig from Love Live as well. But another thing to note about these is that these pigtails are much thinner than the ones that I had showed you for like the Eevee wig or the Ichigo wig. And another one where you probably could put these both together and put them on the back of your head if somebody has like a half up, half down look. And another nice thing about this being like a 2-for-1, oh my goodness, it is like all over the place after taking these out. If you are a Love Live cosplayer, especially if you're a Ruby or Maki cosplayer, this one is great because since it comes with these extra little pieces, there are some cards that like Maki has a little pigtail, or Ruby's little pigtails are like in a bun, and so since you can take these off, you can style these however you need to. Definitely one I would super recommend, this one if you are a Maki or a Ruby cosplayer, because you can definitely use it for both, in my opinion at least. And the other nice thing is if you're cosplaying both of them on the same day, you don't have to redo your eyebrows. Arguably one of the most fun wigs that I own, and the last one that we're going to talk about today is my Galarian ponytail wig. This one is quite hefty. Like, you can just see how long it's really long. And the other thing is, even though it has 2 pigtails on it, when you take the pigtails off, these are also on clips. It's a whole wig. It's not just like one of the short ones like the other pigtail wigs that I've shown you that have been like shorter and then the pigtails are what's long. This isn't a whole wig by itself, and it's got a lot of hair on it. Like, I don't know how to describe it. And when I wore this as Galarian ponyta, I actually kept one in on one side since her mane kind of goes over to one side, and I actually clipped the other one to the back of my sweater to have a ponytail. Anyway, there's a lot to work with, and if you're going for like any unicorn type look, I think this is such a great wig because, again, you could take these off and make them into your tail, and that way your tail is matching your mane, and then we're happy unicorns. And so that would be my suggestion. Some final comments that I do want to make. Again, it being a Amazon wig, you might think that it's not great quality. And I will tell you, I'm actually wearing black leggings, and so I've had all of these wigs out of the bag and putting them on my lap and then putting them back in the bag and taking everything out and like fiddling with them, and I actually only see about 6 or 7 individual, like, you're not gonna be able to see this on camera, but like 6 or 7 individual little hairs everywhere, but that's it. And I put on like over 20 wigs, and to only find like 6 little hairs, I feel like it's pretty good. I found that these Amazon wigs have worked pretty well for me, and I do want to put this out there because when you use my link below to go to my Amazon page to see all my wigs listed, I do get a commission when you shop through my link. It doesn't cost you guys anything. I'm an Amazon affiliate, but what I like about it is that I can show you guys all these wigs, and when you go to my page, I actually have it broken down into, I have a whole category for wigs. So all the wigs that are available on Amazon that I put on there are there, but also I have each costume that I've made. I have like a list for them, so you can go in and be like, oh, I really like the material that she used for her Glaceon. You can go into Glaceon and you can see, oh, here's the material that I used for the skirt. Here's the material that I used for the, I don't know, the sleeves or whatever. Thank you again so much for coming, and I would love to know what your favorite wig is. Comment down below and let me know, or if there's a certain wig that you're like, oh man, I'm totally going to use that wig that you showed me for like this cosplay. I would love to know. And if you have an Instagram, leave your Instagram below because I would really like to see your cosplays. So anyway, thank you guys so much for coming along on this long journey. I hope that it was fun to just see all the wigs, because I personally love haul videos and stuff like that. So I just had a lot of fun doing this and like looking at all my wigs on the floor here, and I'm thinking like, oh man, I have to put these back. Anyway, thank you again. I'm Jetty Lupe, and we'll talk to you again soon.